Well, hello and welcome back. Let me rewind this to the start. And we are just about ready to start. Well, we're here for the last game of the Prism first week of play. Of course, we got to wait for our teams to get in. But, we can hope that won't take all that long. As, of course, we had a pretty good end to Pixel's week just a bit ago, as Pixel actually didn't have any sweeps in its first week of play. So, Prism, as of course, here on your screen, you can see the Season 3 recap. Still, this is the last game where we will say that it is last season's results, but hey, shows you how they did last season, both ending with the same record as they made their way to the finals against each other. Moving over to the schedule, you can see 4 games played, but unlike Pixel, there was a sweep as Hanoi took down Arcadia. Everyone else has needed at least one loss in order to get it done, Lincoln closing out in 4. Meanwhile, the other 2 games took all 5, but again, did get their win. Looking at the standings, of course, Hanoi and then Lincoln up at the top because they're 3 and 4 game wins. And then Chicago and Santa Carla divided by their goal diff. And it kind of just mirrors to the 0 and 1. Moving over to our stats and rosters now, you can see everyone except Jared having stats on the Nightmare. That, of course, because Jared was in Pixel last season. And we kind of established after the first season that those stats would not carry over because, unlike these, which were in this league, just a different season, that was in an entirely different league. And so it doesn't really work. Then on the other side, Remy and Cleaners, or 8-Bit Man, both, I'd probably just say 8-Bit Man, both new players, and so therefore don't have any stats. Meanwhile, Colebob does, and so he's the key player kind of by default. Season averages were in favor of the Scallops last season, but again, no part of these teams overlap, and so there's really no point in it. We got new non-playing managers on both these sides, and no overlapping players, and so no point really looking at those team averages, but hey, they are there. As I do believe the lobby info should be right, but we don't have any teams in just yet, so we are just waiting on that. I personally... It's tough. I think right after the draft, I grouped the Scallops in as one of maybe the higher expectation teams. And I think I grouped New York as maybe one of the lower teams, maybe. But I think it kind of comes down to 2 players. It comes down to if Jared can keep up with Nate and Code, and it comes down to how good Remy is. Obviously, a new player, rating in kind of like a middle position, but looking at his account, a lot of people felt like it should have been higher. And so with Colebob on the roster, I'm going to wonder, how did they look? Like, can Remy help to really speed that team up? Or can Jared keep up with Nate and Code? Or will he kind of lag behind a bit? Okay. As one of the Steinhatchee players is in a game, apparently. And so we're going to have to wait for them to finish that. But we do have one team in, which does mean that the info is correct. So that is all good. And indeed, that was the grand finals last season. Again, it's kind of become a season tradition at this point to put the last season's grand finals in week 1, other than, of course, for Pixel this season, where one of the finals teams isn't in play this season, so that didn't really work to do. But hey, we do it when we can because it's fun, Starts with a familiar matchup, see where they ended the last season and where they pick it up now, and just kind of works out. But hey, it also kind of guarantees that it's at least a little bit of a mystery, because obviously, and there are some matches where it's not the case, but just for the most part, you can look at 2 teams and say, okay, I might favor one, but I haven't seen them play. I don't know what's actually going to happen here. But once you get a couple weeks in, then it's kind of like, okay, I expect this from this team, I expect this from this other team. Therefore, I kind of feel like I have an idea who's going to win. Or if it's at the end of the season, if both teams are in, or just if both teams have been decided in or out or playing or whatever, then it doesn't really mean a whole lot. And so it's like, hey, it's the finals rematch. This game doesn't matter, but hey, storyline, So doing it early is fun. And I'm kind of just talking about that because, I don't know, we're waiting. So, yeah, getting back to it, I think it comes down to Jared and Remy for how this one could go. So, I'm interested. I think, especially compared to draft, my expectations for Nightmare have gone up. Meanwhile, of course, we've seen a roster change for Steinhatchee. And then just generally, it kind of comes down to you rate them highly because you believe that Remy can be an incredible player. But we haven't seen that, and we haven't seen their team dynamic. So I think after this game, especially if the Scallops win convincingly, then that absolutely speaks well of them. But the question is, will they do that, So we'll see. As Pitcop voting for his team, betting for the Nightmare. We'll see how well that works out for him. And yeah, I don't know. This is one where I'm really just not sure. As it does look like we do finally have everyone in, as we just have to wait for Cozy to drop out. And now that he has, we are good to go. Lemon, you're just too slow. Predictions were open for 15 minutes. And you didn't bet. So that is a skill issue. I also can't just reopen them once they close. So, skissue. Lock in, bud. As we do have everyone in, and we are good to go. It's Nightmare on the blue side, and the Scallops in orange. Koldov going to start out with the first touch. Code now playing it forward. Jared looking for the touchdown. Remy now the pop-up. Code going to leave it off for Nate. Nate trying to go to the sidewall, but that touch gets away from him. And it'll have to be Jared to play it. He'll get the 50 down. Nate now up off the corner. There's a demo. Who's back? Who's there? Jared looks for a shot. It's weak. 8-Bit Man gets the save. Code diving in. New York get first blood. Just too awkward for Steinhatchee. They can't get the clear away. And Code bounces it through. Now this one forced over to the side. Code will get the control and the boost. We know this is scary, but Remy cuts it off. Problem is, though, you might block Code, but there's Nate right behind him. The shot skips off 8-Bit Man, but it still goes in. And it's 2-0 Nightmare. 30 seconds in. This one pops back. 50 over to the left side. Jared trying to turn on it. Looking for the play down. Not going to get a lot on that one. Double commit by the defense as well. That opens it up to Koldov, but he's running low on boost and he can't get it. And then Nate gets a great follow-up shot on that one. Knows where the shot will come. Drops right there and does get it away. Code now left alone, but he gets a good 50 on it, and then Nate plays it downfield. That'll force the Scallops back. Jared down off the corner. Code, though, still low boost, has to let it go. Koldov now towards the right wall, pinches it forward. Demos one, looks for a second, but Code will get around him and then get the clear away. Remy down off the ceiling. Nate maybe a little bit too patient, but Koldov's 50 is just into the corner. Now another 50 sent all the way downfield. Jared will jump up, looking for a read, won't get it, but it's a fake. Code's shot is just barely saved away. Remy now beats Nate back to it, but Code is there. He'll get it to the corner. Nate to pop it around. 8-Bit Man pops it away for the moment. Jared getting up, but he's beat. He misread it. Code is alone, but the shot's right at him, and Code can pop it away as well as start for the clear. Although he'll run out of his boost quickly, and Koldov can knock it right back in. Nate now trying to control it as well. That one dropping down, but Jared's there to play it in. Now looking for the 50. This one down off the ceiling. Nate over towards the left side. Now popped up by Jared. That'll beat one. Koldov waiting back. Nate given time. Running out of boost. He'll get to the back wall, but then 8-Bit Man is there for the save. Now up off the left side. 8-Bit Man, that's a rocket on target, but Code plenty of time is able to react. They might need less time on this one. Jared demos someone looking, and it falls wide, so New York survive. And as we cross the halfway point, still leading 2-0. Now, no, did I say a prediction? I don't think I said a scoreline. I probably would have said 3-2, just because I don't know which way to favor this one, and so it's probably best to just say a close scoreline. And I would have leaned New York, as I was kind of alluding to. This one's forward. Jared trying to send it up the left side. Colebob trying to get it downfield, but it's Nate to play it over to the right. Code now eating boost. Kind of leaves Jared with none, as now Jared might need to make a play on it. But there's no boost for either member, and Jared just barely gets back for that one. Now 8-Bit Man trying to get it around. This one dunked back away. Jared has a shot. Would have been in, but it goes wide. Now this one pinched down. It is a good center, but no one there for the shot. Code now, that first touch a little bit heavy. He will get back to it on target, but 8-Bit Man, again, is able to dive in for it. Now Remy trying for a clear. Code just putting it on target. Awkward, might have been a bump involved. But 8-Bit Man does get the recovery. And it stays 2-0. Jared now looking to drop it back. Goes for one touchdown. 8-Bit Man pops it up, but it's still in front of net. Code down off the bar. Remy will get it away. Jared now left alone, but is able to get it over to the left side. Now down off the ceiling. Code playing it over to the left corner. Now Code will slow it down, looking to control again, but Colebob won't give it to him and 50s it away. Nate now running low on boosts. Jared kind of lurking behind him. Will probably come into play here, but that touch gets over him. Colebob now beats a second. Only Nate left to go, but Nate will get it by him. Nate now a second touch that'll beat another member, as it's just 8-Bit Man left, but he'll get the touch up to the side wall, as well as a follow-up over to Remy. Pass back to 8-Bit Man, dunked away by Code, and Nate will get it back into the orange corner. As New York aren't giving them an attack here. Final 30 seconds to go, still a 2-goal lead. Now sent downfield, Jared looking for the save, takes his time with it, and of course that is time that he has. That'll waste some more off the clock, as Nate will win another 50 down. He'll catch, he'll slow it down, he'll look for another challenge, dropping it down, double commit. Remy now trying to get it down to the corner, but the problem is they can push, they can try, they don't have the time. New York are gonna get the first win of the series. Remy going for a couple resets, it'll eventually drop down. And the Nightmare gonna start off strong here with a 2-0 shutout win, as they do get outshot 10-6, but hey, they don't give up any goals. And so that is what matters. And my question, at least for the side of New York, was answered. I was wondering, what would Jared look like? Could he keep up? And so far, the answer has been yes. He wasn't the most involved. Well, I'm lying. It felt like he wasn't the most involved in their offense. I would be wrong to say he wasn't the most involved in their goals, because he did pretty much entirely cause that first one. But, I mean, again, he was there to cause that first goal. And then, especially in defense, and just overall, he's been where he needs to be. He's gotten beat to a couple challenges, but hey, that's all right. You got teammates for a reason. Then for the other side, the question was Remy. I think so far, I think it's a bit of a surprise that we saw 8-Bit Man at the top of the standings there. Well, I mean, obviously, Lemon, that is true, as that shot rings just high from Nate. As Jared back over to the corner. It felt like 8-Bit Man, top of the scoreboard, maybe a little bit surprising for the Scallops. Obviously, that could be their dynamic, but it feels like need to see Remy and Colebob kind of get more involved, get more on the board. And of course, they just need to find a goal from wherever they can get it, whether that could be one of those two players getting more involved. And we've seen flashes of the mechanics from Remy, but how can he use them to convert into some offense? Still a question the Scallops will have to answer, as 8-Bit Man gets down into the corner with this one, gets the boost as well. Code just spectating, and there is that first goal. I don't really know. Jared kind of misreading the play downfield, and then Code just sits there and watches it pop over him, and it's an easy shot for Kolbob. So a lot of time still on the clock, of course, but that's the break you needed for the Scallops. A bit of a gift for the first goal. Now this one's popped around. Remy waiting under it, jumps up for the shot, playing it to the backboard, gets a 50 as well. Almost a bump on Nate, but Nate's able to evade it. Now Jared looked for the long clear, no one's back, but Code can't quite make contact. And so Remy gets back and makes the save. Kolbob now in the air off the back wall, double down, it's wide, Remy's there, it's in! Our questions have been answered. Kolbob drops it down, Remy there, turns it to the top right. No one's able to go despite the lack of power. And so it's 2-0, just under 2 minutes into the game. New York, they've had a couple chances, but they haven't been able to score them. Meanwhile, Steinhatchee absolutely have. And so now they find themselves with the lead. Jared now trying to control it, go into the bottom left corner, but Remy just lands and gets it away. Now follow-up pop, sends it downfield. Code down off the left wall, looking to jump at it again. This one dropped down. 8-Bit Man up in the air. Jared looking for it, plays it downfield. Kolbob gets it out to the corner. Now Kolbob, another one downfield. Code trying to play it away, but he gets demoed. They won't give him any control. Kolbob sees him slowing it down, and even without a lot of boost, still gets the demo. That opens it up to Remy. And halfway through, it is 3-0 for the Scallops. And New York just kind of left stuck looking for a response. 8-Bit Man gets a good 50 on that one, almost beats all three, but Code will get a better 50. This one skips straight over to the left. Code up early, pinches it forward, but that's right back at him, and then he goes too fast and can't get a piece of that one. That one gets by Jared as well. 8-Bit Man chasing it down. Nate pops it out. That's right at Remy, who goes even on the 50. Kolbob jumping. It's a dunk, but it's not a shot. Nate now trying to get it away. Uses a lot of boost here, and in the end just has to concede it to Code. Just a waste of resources there. Could slow down the attack. As Kolbob, though, gets bumped. Code centers it out. Nate a bit far back. Will get this touch, looking for another pass. And it's played forward by Code, but nothing threatening the net, so Kolbob will just slow it down, take control, pop over Jared. And try to get a clear, although Nate dunks it back in. Now this one, Cleaner, or 8-Bit Man needs something. See, it's like Cleaners is kind of his Discord, so I kind of want to say that, but 8-Bit Man is his name like everything else, so I'm going with that. This one off the right wall in terms of Steinhatchee. Does center out, but it's 50'd well by New York. Jared now trying to get it across again, looking for the 50. It's a low shot by Code, but it's also a weak one. And so Remy gets it away. 75 seconds left to go here in the second game. Nothing happening on offense so far for New York, although this could be the first, but it rings off the bar. Nate tries to slow it down, Code diving in, it's off the post. Jared, bar again, and that touch will kind of kill the attack. New York, no you did not pick up, as you never have. Pickup's New York Nightmare needed that goal if they needed a chance, or if they were going to have a chance. But none of them go in. And that just about, yeah, fair enough, Pitt. I mean, we changed things in seasons before, so whatever, you know. The time is running out. New York need a goal now, and even then it's a stretch, but it will not be. Nate's attack is deflected away. Code will play it around. 8-Bit Man is there. 10 seconds left, and with a 3-goal lead, nothing's gonna stop Steinhatchee on DFH, as they are gonna equalize the series with an even more dominant win than game one. But it's a shutout the other way, and we are all tied up as we head off to the train station. It was well played by the Scallops, as we'll see the shot differential. And it's going to be actually an outshooting for the Nightmares. They get that advantage 8-6. And so kind of holding true with our last series, the team that's getting less shots is getting more goals. And so again, I have to wonder, I saved that replay with the wrong name, but that's all good. I saved it as game 3. That is in fact not game 3. But as we do look forward to game 3, I'm interested to see if that trend holds. I think it was specifically with the case of Loudon that we were wondering if maybe when they're getting more shots, they're getting over aggressive and giving things up on the other end. And honestly, it could be a little bit similar. Not in the way of over committing, I think, but it felt like most of the Steinhatchee goals were like Code just kind of spectating, not getting anything done in his corner, and it was a quick clear downfield and score. And then the demo, where it was a quick clear down, demo Code and score, you know? So it feels like quite often for Steinhatchee, it was a transition goal. And so then they need to spend less time in offense and are just generating less shots. And so then, of course, it is the focus, get meaningful offense. Even if you're putting up 20 shots per game, Pitcock, he's been saying the Scallops the whole series. Even if you're putting up 20 shots per game, but all of them are just in a net defended by 3 people, shot right down the middle, you're probably not going to score much, and you might not win that game. So, gotta find ways to make it awkward for the defense, or get enough shots that it kind of forces them out of position or whatever. This one's played over to the left by Jared. Early offense here for Steinhatchee, really starting to suffocate the Nightmare. Nate trying to get it away, will find Code, and that'll bounce towards midfield where Code gets a dunk as well. Clean play by him, but there's no shot as 8-Bit Man gets the touch out to the side. Now over towards the mid-right boost. Nate just going to drop it down. Code a limited boost, but does still get the touch forward. He'll think about following, but due to the limited boost total again, will not be able to reach it. That was good challenge as he'll try to play it off the back wall, drops it straight down, not very far out, will really limit the shooting options. And Jared just loses the 50 back. Now looking for another dribble away, dunk back down right to Nate. He'll go to the right wall and he'll try for some air play of his own. Though instead just going to take it away, won't get the read himself. Colbob's there for that, and he'll skip off the corner on the 50. Code now, not going to get anything on that. No boost for Nate, he'll play it up to the corner. 8-Bit Man off that same corner, but he comes out with control and gets another touchdown field. This one now centered out. Code plays it to the boost, but Colbob's already waiting there. He'll catch, he'll flick over one. Awkward touch out by Jared, but Code cuts in well. They'll steal the boost as well to limit that away from Steinhatchee. Good defense in an awkward situation there, and as we cross the halfway point, we are still scoreless here. A change from both of the previous games. This one, though, centered out by 8-Bit Man. It might be on target. The save is light from Jared, but it's followed up well by Code. Definitely could have been a chance on that one, but no shot came through from the Scallops, and so again, we do remain scoreless as Jared, that's a good dunk. Looking to center it, gets it down. Colbob, though, pushes it away. Nate now trying to recenter. Code swiping across, just another 50. Nate turning in, up around, gets a flip for another touch. Jared there! New York score first again. Nate, what a flip to get that second touchdown, and then it's Jared who's able to get a strong 50 on it, forcing it right through 2 defenders on the goal line. And so as a result, New York are going to start this game with the first goal, and they'll play from it in front for the next 100 seconds here. And Nate trying to jump up, gets that reset, looking for one more touchdown, but can't get anything else, and that was another member committed as Jared dove in. Now Code again tries to slow it down, again gets demoed. Now his team does get back for the save, but that might be something I'll have to think about, because it seems like quite often he tries to fake someone and they just have their eyes on him. Colbob now looking for the clear downfield. Jared drops down to the side, but it's Colbob. He has the shot, and we're tied up. You see the vision from Jared, but it's not strong enough of a touch. Colbob turns it in, And then unfortunately, even if Nate had the reaction time, Jared falls right on top of him, and he wouldn't have been able to jump up anyway. This one now played forward. Jared not going to get back to it as Kolbob gets to the side. Nate now loses out on the 50. It's right to Code, but 8-Bit-Man gets it first. Looking for a goalie, but Nate gets a clear. Code now a pop, but a bit too strong and off target. Kolbob knocks it down. Code off the post. Jared diving in, but it's only to the other corner. Jared now going to turn and stay with it. He'll pop over one. He'll fake under a second. 8-Bit-Man alone, but he gets the save. Now Remy, no boost, not going to get a whole lot. Looks for Code, won't find him. But Code now kind of running out of height, has to drop for a challenge. And it ends up with Jared, but 8-Bit-Man will now take it from him. This one popped over Code. Nate is backwards. Jared needs it, and he has it. Now he'll look for a clear, won't get that last touch. Code trying to get there, it's over him. Nate will pop it up, but he's running out of boost. It's free for Kolbob off the backboard. Jared jumps over him. I think he did get a touch. Wasn't a lot, but it was enough. As Code blocks Remy as well. Final 10 seconds here. New York have been in defense for quite a while. Might just be thinking about OT, but they got 5 seconds left to get there. Code from the back wall. Plays it to the right side. Nate is there. He'll bang it out. New York looking, but Kolbob cuts it away. Still up in the air. That one will finally drop. And we head to overtime in game number 3. Jared now up in the air, right down off the ceiling. 8-Bit-Man plays it to the side. This one 50'd, but won by Steinhatchee again before Code will get back on it, but now he'll give it up. Kolbob the other way, dunked in by Nate, but Remy's behind him. Remy, control, needs one more, but Jared takes it away from him. Kolbob now trying to center it around, but a bit too much on it, and there won't be a shot there. Now around the corner again, Nate trying to get it away. Nothing on that touch though, it's popped up. It's a chance it could fall back down, but Nate recovers. Kolbob now, that touch not gonna work out for him, but it forces time for 8-Bit-Man. He'll go for a 50 and Nate just goes right through him. Kolbob now, another one popped forward. Code knocks it down, it's still 50'd out off the corner. Jared wins it, but Nate dove as well. 8-Bit-Man trying to play it back down. Jared will take it away for the moment, but now it's a dribble. 8-Bit-Man over one, Nate away from him. New York, though, I mean, they've just been in their half for so long. They need something to break out. Code, that one down off the ceiling. Jared is there. Finally a shot. Blocked away easy enough by 8-Bit-Man. They need more pressure. Nate will get it in. He'll look to drop it straight down. Jared is there, but it's popped away by the defense. Code now moving in. Over Kolbob. Over a second. Code gives New York match point. A 2-1 game and a 2-1 series. Code over Kolbob. Beats 8-Bit-Man. Sends it straight through. And New York are one away from winning the series. As this time they again outshoot 11 to 7. I added 8 plus 3 is 11. I said 8 to 11. That wasn't right. But hey, it's feeling pretty right for New York, as in the app correctly named Game 3 replay. The Nightmare. They spend a lot of time on defense, but they still manage to get the saves they need. They get the shots they need, and they eventually get the win. As we load in now, game number 4. Nightmare one away from the win, but the Scallops have not made it easy, and you imagine that won't change now. Remy drops it wide. Now around the outside, Nate, another one over off the right wall. Remy now up towards the ceiling. It'll bounce straight back down, and that's a team pinch downfield. 8-Bit-Man gets a touch, but it's still going towards the orange back wall. Nate pushes it the rest of the way there, but then Remy can get it away. Goes over Code looking for a 50, but Jared takes it away from him. Code now on this one, demo in the net. Nate is there, but Remy gets the 50, and now New York need to get back, and Code does just that. Jared over off the left wall, trying to drop this one in. Code will take it away from him. One more touch, over them all, doesn't have the double. Nate hits the bar. Game 2 flashbacks as they can't quite get it on target, and we stay scoreless. Now this one down. Well, I think we're kind of seeing that in real time, Ariam. But again, New York, good offense, good chances there, but a tough shot that's just not quite there. Remy now off the back wall. This one bouncing away. Code gonna get beat to it. Remy, it's wide. Is there a follow? Colbob puts it high. 8-Bit Man does not. A little bit of the New York infection hitting them as Colbob bounces that straight up. But then 8-Bit Man gets there in time, drops it down, and gets first blood for Steinhatchee. Colbob now not quite able to reach that one. Double commit, could be awkward. Nate goes for the shot. Colbob can't get it. The double commit bites, and New York tie it up. Nate just sees the opportunity, takes the strong shot. Colbob tries to turn, but can't get up in time. And with 3.5 minutes to go here, we are still even on Utopia Coliseum. This one's dropping down. 8-Bit Man trying to center, but Nate's there for the clear. Colbob now takes control, no boost, takes a shot off the bar. Surely, Scallops lead again. Colbob, one shot, double commit. Felt like it should have been easy for New York, but instead it just hits off the crossbar. And so it's instead an easy follow-up for Colbob, who strikes true that time. And that gives Steinhatchee another lead, but it's gonna be short-lived again. Jared off the kickoff. Code 50s it with Colbob right over to him, and he shoots it right through. Remy tries to dive back, but can't get there in time. Now down off the ceiling, Colbob trying to get it down. Now down off the ceiling again. Jared trying to get it forward. It's off the corner, dropping down. Code off the back wall. Control for Steinhatchee. 8-Bit Man, a strong first touch, looking for a 50. It'll pop back, but Colbob cuts in front of Remy, and there's going to be no shot because of it. Jared now trying to get it away. This one popped up towards the ceiling. A little bit awkward for both sides as Remy will keep it in the corner, but Nate's ready to play it. He'll play it across. Remy can't reach, but Colbob can, and now Code and Nate need to get back. Jared alone for a moment, gets one good 50, and that bounces over 8-Bit Man as well. Forces Colbob to jump. He will get a good touch, but there's no follow-up, and so Code can get there for free. There's 50 back to Jared as well. He'll go straight up, half a tank, trying to fake, but instead just gives it away for free to Remy. Code now another even challenge. He'll go again, waiting under it. Direct shot, and 8-Bit Man is ready for it. Jared now going to get a piece of this one down off the ceiling. I don't think that's a word, Pit. You might want to correct that. Pit made a typo in Twitch chat. Everyone point and laugh. Jared trying to drop down with this one, looking for the center. Colbob will keep it into the corner. And Colbob, another one sent downfield. Nate will play it over the left side, in fact. This one blocked off the right side by Steinhatchee. Jared just loses out on that 50. Now Code down off the ceiling, fakes out Colbob, goes over one, but 8-Bit Man, I think it was wide anyway. But on the back post, able to get that one cleared out. 8-Bit Man, another dunk, just about gets by Code. This could be an awkward bounce. There, two there, but neither one hits it. This one now dropping down again, centered across. There's Remy. Lemon's been looking for him all series. Finally, he makes an appearance. Flip over one, pinch around a second. And with 1 minute to go, Steinhatchee have a lead for the third time this game. This time, though, they're going to want to hold on to it. Jared, though, over to Code, off the corner. Demo on the goal line. Awkward for Kolbob. Nate off the corner again. Pass across. Jared wasn't expecting it. Code now letting it go. Gets his corner boost, and he'll look for an air dribble clear. One touchdown field. Nate under him. That is a big reset. Almost just goes in, but Kolbob able to get it away. Now off the right wall again. Code up off the backboard. Dropping down. No one on it, and Nate just plays it to the corner. 20 seconds left to go. Kolbob off the left wall. Now dropping down again. He's still in the lobby pit, so I'm playing through it for now. And there you go. And so we are going to have a pause. And as soon as we get him back in, we will reset from kickoff. I mean, that's what we do. That's just kind of what we got to do. We wait for him to get back in, then we'll reset from a kickoff. Well, yeah, I mean, no one called for a pause, and he wasn't in. So, yeah, it's been a while since he crashed, obviously. Yeah, I mean, Jared's just saying he crashed at around a minute, but yeah, I mean, especially since no one called pause until we playing, then we pause when he DCs, and now we will reset from a kickoff. And we are just going to get back into it. 11 seconds to go. Still 3-2. Scallops clinging to that lead. It'll fall to Nate. Now up in the air. Nate following it downfield. Pinch around. Drop down by Kolbob. Jared trying to play it back. 8-Bit Man has control. Code's touch gets away from him. Jared keeps it up for but a moment, but Code can't do the same. And the Scallops are going to send us the distance here as they close out Game 4. I've had a lot of Game 5s, especially in Prism. Out of 5 series, this is now the 3rd that's headed all the way. And of course, you'll love to see it. And now the question's going to be, which team can close it out? The odd number games have gone to New York, the even to the Scallops. But of course, there's one that matters more than the rest at this point. That trend could hold or it could break. Either way, we will see. It was the Scallops that dominated in the Season 3 finals, but it will not be the same to open up Season 4 as we load in Champions Field. One last game to determine our winner here. Remy looking for a reset, and Nate will take it away. Now centering out, this one off the left wall. Code dives by it. Jared able to get a 50. Still need more for New York. Nate a light touch away, but Kolbob can stay with it, and Code can't get a piece. Kolbob running out of boost, though, and Jared can get that one cleared out. Hey, Bitman now a high touch. Nate will dunk it. Remy needs a save, but he'll be able to get it. Code now missing. No boost on Jared. He goes to the corner, and he'll have time to get the save. Now down off the ceiling. Don't worry, Pit. Come playoffs, you'll probably have to deal with that map again. Down off the ceiling. This one played across, but cleared away by the Scallops. Jared now on it. Off the back wall. No second touch. Code no boost, but he'll still force it into the corner. Well, Nate will pick it up. This one 50'd out. Jared trying to get up. He's got it. 8-Bit Man couldn't reach. Jared absolutely could. Nate, the 50, sets it up. Jared with the back of his car drops it, this time under the bar. And it's 1-0 Nightmare in Game 5. Code now trying to control it back. Looking for another 50. Rolled it out. Nate now trying to get it away again. Code over to the right wall, looking for the double. Gets it down into the corner, but now they got to abandon, and Kolbob has a long clear. Code plays over to the left wall. Will have to follow it himself, but Scallops give him the time to do so. Now he'll get this corner boost stolen as well. This one should be back towards Jared. Nate almost jumped it. Now it's mishit, but Nate is able to get back to it. Around again. Hey, Bitman 50s it across. A bit too strong for Remy. Code might have had a shot. Instead plays it wide. Double down for a pass. All three go for the Scallops. But they keep it away for now. And they will get the clear downfield. An awkward moment to say the least, but one they will not be punished for. Now over around the outside, Kolbob trying to play it across. Nate down off the ceiling. Jared trying to get it around. This one now up in the air, gonna play it forward. Remy dropping it down. Kolbob trying to get it downfield yet again. Nate now a 50 off the left wall. This one dropped around. A Bitman trying to play it across. Jared, it will get by for now, but it is scary as it's played off the back wall by Remy. Nate will force to the side for the moment. A Bitman fakes a 50, now we'll take a real one over towards Code as Code will get it down off the orange corner. Jared kills the 50, looking to center it out. Good recovery by Steinhatchee though, as they're able to block Code and get out of that one without giving up another goal. Nate now still behind it. This one popped up in the air. Code off the corner. Kolbob getting up, drops it down and away. Jared now able to 50 it over to the right wall, but it's Steinhatchee control there. Almost a goal, but a Bitman has it just wide. Code now another 50, still deep in their half, but not under threat for the moment. Nate trying to get downfield. Remy 50's even. A Bitman the same with Jared. Remy gonna try to control this one. Goes up, now bumped off it by Code, but still Kolbob's there first. And it's Jared and Nate to combine. Jared, for the most part, involved as that one will pinch out to the side for another save. 100 seconds to go, but eventually they break. A Bitman able to pinch it through Nate. Jared getting bumped, unable to be there. And it's all tied up 1-1. This one's dropped down again, but not a lot on it. It's free for a Bitman. Nate now trying to bring it down, pinched across and played across by Kolbob, but Jared able to get there for free. Nate off the back wall. Jared leaves to Code, and Code scores. Nate bangs it up off the backboard. Jared fakes out Remy, and then Code gets it just under the crossbar. A bar down even. And with 80 seconds left to go, New York have another lead. This one's across. Jared has a play, has a goal. I was gonna say hits the bar again, but you can't doubt Jared as he stays with it, gets the read, and gets the goal. 3-1. A 2-goal lead with 1 minute to go. Definitely still time for Steinhatchee, but it's a confident running for New York. This one's 50 over to the side. It was a double commit as Jared also jumped. Nate, though, given space, tries to catch, dribbles, almost gets around Remy, but Remy just pinches it up to the corner instead. Code now, trying to slow it down. Going over 150s through Remy, but Remy, a good recovery again. Will get one more over to the side wall, but it's only Jared to pick it up there as New York are taking every chance to slow down an air dribble. That one, though, almost gets through before Nate just about gets that touch out to the side. Now down off the ceiling, another double commit. Jared a little bit panicky, but Code stays true. He 50s it away. He will slow it down once again. Nate will take a shot. Jared, great shot, but that one's saved away by Kolbob. But what matters most is take a look at the clock. It's running down. It's hitting 0. And New York shut down Steinhatchee. I just want to take a minute, as you can look at the shots for the most part. So, in chat, I was getting 2 things from Lemon. 1, he said it would be Scallops in 3. Didn't happen. I then said, I probably favored New York. I will go in 5. He said I'm crazy for that. And then, just because why not, after that first game win by the Scallops, he said, probably not going to be close now. And they, in fact, lost the first game after that, and then don't win the series. So, Lemon, you're doubting and you don't know ball. And we're gonna ask about an interview. I'm asking Pitt. Okay, Pitt is still in the call. I was gonna say I only saw 3 in the call, so I was thinking Pitt might not even be there, but no, he is. And so we'll see about that. But yeah, I mean, obviously a good game by the Scallops as well. It just felt like New York, so much threat. Nate and Code were a very strong duo, and then you definitely saw awkward moments out of Jared. But as we said after game 1, he was where he needed to be, and he didn't make many big mistakes. But of course, we are going to have an interview, and so we will be back in just one moment. And we are back with New York. A well fought Game 5 win. How's it feel?
Never a doubt, doggo. Best series of the week, hands down. No cap.
I mean, there were a lot of Game
no,
5s.
Go down this
I
week, bro.
know this season's been going crazy already.
There were 5 Game 5s in this week.
I'm I'm gonna
That's
keep my
half.
part short because I did absolutely nothing. But Jared, Nate, and Code did a great job. Code would have stayed, but it's already 3:15 for the man, so I totally get it. And Nate wanted to head out as well, so it'll be me and Jared to take over the interview. So please direct all your questions to the player himself, Jared, the man, the myth, the
Absolutely.
legend.
Jared, how's it feel to get a win in Prism?
Like, it's pretty cool, man. I mean, I've gotten a win in prison before, so
True,
like
true.
nothing new.
But like now permanently in Prism, you know?
I'm definitely good to be 1-0. Not used to it, especially after my past seasons.
Absolutely. Now, were you guys feeling confident heading into Game 5? Obviously, it was a very back and forth series, but they kind of had the momentum getting that Game 4 win. So, how are you guys feeling heading into it?
We're pretty confident. Only thing was my Rocket League issues and
True.
my game crashing. Other than that, we're pretty good. Vibes are high.
Yeah, it really shouldn't have gone to 5 just because of the lag out. But you know what? So be it. Um, I cooked some scallops and bacon, so I will enjoy these nice and toasty. So
I mean, you won with
sorry,
Bacon on your
cozy.
team, though, so I don't know if you particularly cooked
Exactly.
some.
Yeah, both my teams went to game 5 and won. So you
So,
know
you
what? I'll take
won
that as
with
a dub.
Bacon and then cooked him because of it? Nice. GG.
No, Bacon cooked himself.
Oh, he will if you lose next week.
Well, you know what? I was gonna save this for another day, but I guess I'll just share it. Both my teammates are bacon slash pig related. You got
True.
evil Dr. Porkchop, and then you got bacon. So I might change my name to Pig Cop, PIG Cop, just to finish the trilogy. But no, that was a great series. Everyone did their job, and you know what? Nate and Code had some really crazy shots, and Jared just kind of locked in, filled in where it was needed, and it was a good series. I think for me, Cozy. Oh, well, I said Cozy because I'm addressing him kind of in the chat as well. But this was two teams that are both non-playing managers, so I think these games matter the most. Just because I know we have somewhat of a disadvantage, with compensation picks, and my picks weren't the best for Nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
So taking an early win does put us in a good place. I think it puts us in a good headspace, and I think there's a couple things we can definitely reflect on and improve on. But you know what? A win is a win. And at the end of the day, I thought our guys played great. So who do we play next week?
Yeah, I was just going to get to that. As next week, you guys are slated to play Chicago, another team that won in 5 games. How do you feel about that one?
You know what? I didn't think Chicago would beat High Flyers, so I'm excited to play them. I think it's going to be a good game. I hope
Chicago
we come to
played Miami.
Miami. Shoot. Wait, then
Yeah,
who did High Flyers play? What am
Lincoln,
I?
my
That's
team.
if they're both red in my head. Um, I don't know. What do you think, Jared? You excited for that game, or how you feeling?
Which team is it again?
Chicago.
Oh, I
Chicago
think it'd be
Inferno.
interesting.
So that is Wico, Hallow, and then BP.
Huh.
Hello,
Yeah,
who?
that'll be interesting. I mean, Waco and I have our fair share of battles, and might get cut.
Now you got it. Gotta have that confidence, man. You're 1-0. clearly you're essentially 9-0. Like it's already decided, right?
Yeah, we're not losing. Totally. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean,
You don't
man,
gotta
just
curse yourself there, but
no, I've this was the last match of the week, so
true.
I'm happy with how week 1 went. All the teams showed up. There were no forfeits, thank God.
Yeah, got a little close.
Maybe a little bit of a yeah, I was gonna say last game before us, but I gotta refresh on the rule book, I guess. Holy,
Ooh, that's tough.
uh,
You looking at the
yeah,
chat, Pit?
because I'm not looking at the chat. I don't care.
Chance
All the
said
them all haters.
W10 and then hate that Pit Cop guy for real, for real.
Well, he just hates me because I didn't pick him up this season.
Mm.
Show up to your matches, Chance, huh? No, I think we're destined for a good season. I think I'm excited to see how people play, and especially now that week 1's done, I will not be surprised if there's a couple trades or maybe some movement among teams. So I guess we will see, and hopefully, you know what I'm waiting for is that good old podcast. So
True.
get on that,
They did say after
podcasters.
week 1, I think. So
Good. Okay, got something to look forward to instead of re-listening to old reruns.
absolutely. All
All
right.
right. Well, thank you as always, Doggo. GG's, Scallops. Y'all played well.
Yep. So congratulations on the
Let's
win.
go,
Good luck
Jerry.
next week.
Till then.
All right, and that does it for week 1. So, as we said, a very good week of play, as we had pretty much all close games across the 10 games of the first week across both leagues. There was a total of 1 sweep and 5 game 5s. So, that's a pretty good week of games. And so now that we're going to have stats, we're going to have results on the board. It'll be interesting to see how do these teams continue and where do we go from here. But that does it for week 1. Of course, no game scheduled yet for week 2 just yet, but could start as soon as tomorrow. If not, they'll run throughout all of next week. We hope to see you there, but your final score here, New York 3, Steinhatchee 2. We'll see you back next week for week 2.